What's going on, everybody? Brendan here. Welcome to Dad Planet. For those of you that are new to the channel, I am a full-time single employee reseller who sells primarily on eBay and then creates video content to help other resellers make more money. And in today's video, we're going to cover a true BOLO brand. That's a brand that everybody should be actively on the lookout for when you're sourcing in thrift stores. And that brand is the Octonauts. So let's go. All right, so the Octonauts, it started off as a book series. There were 4 books in total, and it morphed into the cartoon that everyone sees today. And there are 8 main characters in that cartoon, and I'll flash them on the screen just to give you an idea of who they are. And they have like a lot of recurring roles and some other minor characters, but we'll just focus on these 8 main characters. And then we'll get into my eBay account. We'll look at some of the things you really want to be on the lookout for when you're in the thrift store. So anyway, we'll start off with Captain Barnacles. He is a polar bear. And then there is Quasi, who is a lieutenant cat. Peso, who is a medic. Penguin. Inkling, oceanographer, octopus. Shellington, a biologist and a sea otter. Tweak, rabbit engineer. Dashi, who used to be Saucy, a computer programmer, photographer, and a dog. And Tunip, a horticulturist and a Vegemite. That's it. It's just those 8. Anyway, let's go into my eBay account. We'll take a look at some of the items you want to be on the lookout for. All right, so here we are. We're inside my eBay account. One of the things you really want to pay attention to when you're searching is this number right here, because it's not always accurate. So you can see I just put in Octonauts and I hit search. You got to make sure that it's all categories so that you're not missing something. But it's much more than 2,800 results. So what you really want to do is go to your item specifics and look at the condition. So I'm going to scroll down here, and as you can see, there's about just over 5,000 actual listings. We're not going to pay attention to the new, because the new list to sell ratio for Octonauts is slightly worse than the used. The used ones is the category to be in for sure. Not that you can't make money selling the brand new stuff, you can for sure, all things considered. But the used items and the used category, the stuff you're going to find in thrift stores, marketplace, all of that, sells even better than the new. So let's take a look at the used category. So 1,400, and then again, you look up here and it gives you slightly different results. Again, make sure it's all categories, but we want to check the solds. So here we go down to the solds, and you can see 2,100, it's telling us it's a little bit more accurate right here. So of 1,400 active listings in the used category for Octonauts, 2,100 have sold in the last 90 days. Basically a guarantee when you find them. So we're going to take a look at some of the items that you really want to kind of hone in and pay attention to. The first one here is the octopod. It's where our 8 lovable little critters live under the sea as they like go on suspense adventures and whatnot. So the octopod is like the one that will stand out the most, and I'm just going to scroll down. We're just going to look at some of the listings here. This one had no accessories. 2 of the little characters looks like Mr. Barnacles and then Quasi. So that octopod got 20 bids for $53. You'll see a lot of lots. I'm going to pay attention to just the structure, because the lots are obvious. The more you find, if you lot them together, you know, the more money you'll make. So here's one that had a few accessories, only what is in the photos. It sold for 65 bucks. I mean, when you see this thing, grab it in the thrift store. Insane return and guaranteed money for sure. 25 bucks on this one. Let's see, here's a lot of them that sold for 80. This one looks like it's individual. It still has some of the swings. Was a best offer. Awesome return. Okay, next thing you want to look for, the Octonauts Midnight Zone Submarine. 7 of them have sold recently. This one got 25 bucks. It looks like it was, I don't know if it comes with a dome. I think it does, but this one is missing one. Do any of these have the dome? Maybe it doesn't come with a dome. Don't quote me on it. Here's one with a lot of accessories, best offer. This one here sold for 50 bucks. That's amazing. This one had some of the accessories. It sold for 65 with free shipping. Like, this is another item, ladies and gentlemen, another brand, BOLO brand. You never ever have to offer free shipping on it. I would never offer free shipping on this brand for the as hard as they are to find. So and in high demand. Like, it's just, you know, the law of economics working to your advantage. You definitely don't need to ship it for free. 40 bucks here, best offer here. Next one, Octonauts Launch and Rescue Gup X. This was a best offer here. It's a brand new one, sold for $188. Great find for them. $20 here. This one does have the little domed front. $40 here with a few of the accessories included. Again here for $50. This one looks like it's a little bit different. Gup X and Dash. It's brand new. It's sold for $42. If it's red and it's Octonauts, grab it. Doesn't matter which version of the Gup X it is, 'cause you're gonna make money on it. So yeah, cool one here. It's another one here, $29. This one with some of the like pods. I think they shoot out of this. I'm not exactly sure. $77. Amazing. 42 here. Another brand new one, best offer. Best offer here, $35. We'll move on to the next one. The Gup Case Swamp Truck. Another one you want to look out for. This one sold for $35, free shipping. God, if you guys need free shipping. $28.95 on that one. $25 one bid. $29 here. This one came from Australia. Somebody paid $50 Australian plus $40 to ship it. $45 here. Looks like it's got the little character in there. $60. You guys get the point. We'll move on to the next one. The Octonauts Gup S Sled. Another one you want to be on the lookout for. $50 here with some accessories. $55. The lights and sounds work. No accessories. Looks like maybe somebody forgot to pay this person here and then they relisted it. Sold it again. Best offer here, and then $50 here, and $10 in shipping. This one is probably going to be pretty hard to find. Doesn't look like there's a lot. Let me unsort this. Let's see if there's any listed. And there are none of the sled listed. This is Gup S, so that's a different sled. Money in that one too. Keep your eye out for that one. Next one. These are the Max Suits. So Octo Max Suit. This is Quasi's. A couple of characters here. $38. $30 here. This is Tweaks. This one is blue. Sold for $44. Got 9 bids. Here you go. Here's another one. $60. $30. You know, the nice thing about this too is like thrift stores didn't catch on to this. Like they're not going to start jacking up Octonauts because of how hard they are to find. So this is like prime thrifting toy. You know, there's always a toy section in the thrift stores, most of them at least. And they're just they'll be tucked away in those bags. I know Savers does bags, like Volunteers of America by me throws all those little characters in bags. We're not going to focus on the figurines, like the 8 figures, because I feel like those are obvious. But just get familiar with like the vehicles and the accessories. The figures are a no-brainer, but these are like kind of some of the big money ones that you want to pay special attention to when you're out sourcing. So we'll move on to the next one. This is Octonauts On the Go Pods. This one here sold for $25. I don't know what's going on with this one. It took a best offer. Maybe it did sell for that much, but that seems a little bit high. Captain Barnacles On the Go pod. He's like one of the main characters. $20 with free shipping. Stop with the free shipping. Barnacles and it says Shellington. This one is complete. Sold for $50. Insane. $30 here. That's Barnacles again. And you guys get the points with you get the point with the On the Go pods. So we'll move on to the next one. This is the Gup I Polar Vehicle, another very hard one to find. This one was 100% complete, sold for $100 with shipping. This one sold for $70, $21 in shipping. This one here, even with 4 Octonauts in their snowsuits, $46. Looks like it might have been undersold a little bit, or maybe it wasn't complete. This one here, $75. Another one's $61. It's got a blue top and like a white base. So keep your eye out for that down here. $34 with 10 to ship. Another great one to sell. Move on to the next one, the Octonauts Deep Sea Launch and Explore Octolab. Obviously the lots do well, $200 here, but this one was a best offer. Another lot of them here for $65, but here's an individual pod that sold for $35 with free shipping. Best offer here of $29. This one was 100% complete. You can see it's got like the little tentacles or whatever you call those. I'm not exactly sure. So let's say this settled in at like $80. $25 here. This is the Deep Sea Launch and Explore Octolab. This one did get $100. Here's one that got $112. That was probably complete. Yes. And $70. And yeah, we'll move on to the last one. And again, this doesn't cover all of them, but it's such an important brand for a reseller to keep your eye out for and be on the lookout for. So last one here is the Octonauts Shipwreck. This one here at the top sold for 80 bucks with shipping. Here's one that says it was complete, sold for $120. This one's pretty hard to find. This one was bid up to 71, but this looks like that one, so might have been a case of a non-paying bidder again. Here's $92.99. Let's see if there are any currently listed for the Octonauts Shipwreck. No, so that one is extremely hard to find. That's probably one that I would really hone in on, and I mean, you guys get the point. Octonauts, super hot, easy to resell, very hard to find, and big money, and usually going to be very low cost when you source them in thrift stores. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like if you liked what you saw or you learned something, and then of course make sure you are subscribed if you are not already and you want to see more content like this. But that's it. That's all I got. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Always appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video.